Yo, 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 yo. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max and Juan cast. Look, quick disclaimer with this video. As you can see, I'm outside on this one. I decided to smoke a cigar. It was a short notice on podcast time. Me and Max wanted to get this out before the NBA season, try to fit it in our schedules. It was Friday morning. Kind of a little bit of a disaster here, man. There was a lot of noise in my background, airplanes, helicopters, police cars, who knows what, man. But it's not the best quality as far as audio goes, and I got cut off at times. I didn't know if my mic was plugged up or not, but I hope you guys enjoy this one. We do the NBA over-unders. This is for the East Conference of the NBA. We start off with the Atlanta Hawks. Again, I'm sorry about the difficulties, man, but I hope you guys enjoy this one. I'm going to pass it on to Max. I'll see y'all. Peace.
I don't have a preference one. I think, obviously there's the big ticket teams like the Sixers, but I think we should start and kind of build our way up to those teams. You know what I mean? Because they're probably the talk of the offseason. So let's start with Atlanta. They finally got rid of John Collins after, 6 years? 6 years of he loves me not. They got Trey Young. Last year was kind of a weird year for them. What do you expect? So first of all, the over-under is 42 and a half games. Tell me how you feel about that number and how you feel about the Hawks.
Well, Trey Young is still Trey Young. I am glad that they got rid of John Collins, but they're always just missing something, bro. I don't know. Like, the East, to me, is like looks like the West a couple of years ago. Don't you feel like that? Like, there's only like 4 contenders in the East, but they're legit NBA contenders. That's the thing. But I don't think the Hawks are one of them. Over under is 42 and a half.
Last year they won 43. So
Oh, I fucking got that wrong. Okay.
they won 40. That's close.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I don't know. I'm
42 and a
leaning.
half.
You're keeping track of these,
Yeah.
right? You're the one that's writing
Yeah,
them in the
yeah.
doc. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm right.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go under. I don't see it. Uh Man, that's kind of tough. Can you see, Max, who made the playoffs as the 8th seed and what was their
The
record? What was
Hawks
their
were the Hawks won last were the 8th seed. But again, that's playing territory. 7 and 8
yeah
is playing territory.
yeah
So they went 43 and 39. So they I don't remember if I think they won their playing game because they beat the Heat, I think, and then the Heat had to play. Or no, I'm tripping. Oh, hold on. I'm looking at the
yeah?
wrong fucking year. I'm so
I
sorry.
think you are because I got 41 on my screen.
Yeah, they had 41 wins last year. Yeah,
Yeah
and they played the Heat, and the Heat were the 8th seed at 44
yeah.
because it makes no sense.
I,
But
I'm gonna go under then. I'm going under. I think they got worse this year.
I I like under two.
Yeah
100% with you on that.
yeah. Under all the way. We'll try to speed through some of these teams. You know what? Let's go to some big dogs, okay? That's what everyone's here for. Let's go to the Milwaukee Bucks, okay? 54 and a half wins is their over under. Last season they got 58. They were the number 1 seed. Max, how you feeling about the Bucks? They obviously got Damian Lillard.
I think it's a move that helps them in the postseason and not so much in the regular season. You said 54 and a half. That's a tough number for me, one. Like I want to say they're gonna win more, but there's gonna be a bad period. So I'm gonna go under. And I think it's like 54, 53 wins. Last year they won 58. They're learning a new head coach, new system, new player, Damian Lillard taking Drew Holiday's spot. So I think maybe they get off to a slow start one and then the wheels just start clicking. Like so I'm gonna go under.
I'm leaning kind of towards the over. I think they can get 56 wins. I know Dame is new and but for the most part the roster is still the same. And excuse the airplanes, man. I'm outside. I'll try to mute my mic as much as possible. These motherfuckers are flying right over me, bro. Yeah, I'm leaning towards the over though. I think the Damian Lillard and Giannis combo with the pick and roll is going to be absolutely amazing. I think when you put those two guys together, the the 3-point threat that Damian Lillard is, and then the roll to the basket with Giannis. I mean, name somebody else that's more dangerous than Giannis rolling to the basket. LeBron and AD, maybe.
Nobody.
Like
Nobody. No,
Yeah,
Giannis is different. I think Giannis is the most dangerous role person
yeah.
out there.
Chris Middleton coming back. Of course, it's gonna be on him to be healthy and be at the top level that he was once upon a time a couple years ago. But Brooke Lopez still there. Who else they got, Max? Who's gonna
Hey
be
man,
their starting five? Who do you think they're gonna start?
what they're thinking is it's Dame, Middleton, Giannis, Lopez, and maybe I've seen people go Pat Connaughton, Jay Crowder. Maybe they want to play super big and play Portis. I don't. I mean, the good thing about their team is they have so many shooters. There's so many guys who can shoot the ball, and I don't know if we've talked about this enough. They don't have they have a first year head coach, Adrian Griffin. So we'll have to see with him.
Sorry, I'm lighting my cigar.
No, you're good. You're good, brother.
Yeah, because Max has me on the AirPod, so he's hearing all of this. So don't feel awkward, Max. I'm muting the mic as I'm like doing this stuff.
No, I don't
So
think you should. Fuck them. Let them listen.
let him listen to the
It's like
airplane.
immersion. Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my
not the
goodness.
airplanes. No, no, no.
Yeah.
Let them. I want to hear the cigars and stuff.
Okay.
I have one last thing I'd ask you about the Bucks. Um, I know this isn't really an over under, but do you like their roster more for a postseason run than a regular season run than last year?
Yes, I like them for both. I do. I like them for a better regular season, and I like them for a better postseason. I'm not saying wins wise, but I'm saying with the regular season, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of nights where they just run over teams easily. You know, I
Yeah.
feel like that
Okay.
with Damian Lillard.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So
What's the next big dog you want to hit?
let's go Boston. Let's. That just sounds weird coming out of my mouth because I'm a Laker fan, but let's move over to Boston. Their over under is 55 and a half wins. Last season they got 57. Of course, they were the second
I think
seed.
that's the highest in the highest one we have too. On
Yeah. So obviously Drew Holiday in the mix. I think this is the best
Kristaps
team.
Porzingis.
I'm gonna say right now, I think this is the best team in basketball. Kristaps Porzingis. Have you been watching anything of the preseason?
Think it's going to be a good fit. I don't love Porzingis. When like you think back to the Mavericks trade, you don't love Porzingis as a two. How do you feel about him at five, like a fourth option, a fifth? I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a lot of spot up shooting. Let him attack closeouts, and he is a good rim protector. That's what's good about him. So I like the addition of him. I hate it as a Laker fan because I don't want to see Boston be good, but one I'm leaning towards the over right now, and it's a big over. But I think Boston maybe is hungry. They had something to prove, so I'm going with over. And I hate that. I hate that I am. By the way,
Yeah. I just like the upgrade from Marcus Smart to Drew Holiday. That's what I love. I love that. So off bat, I feel like they're gonna be the number one seed in basketball, probably the best record in the NBA. So Boston all the way over. What derails this team? Like, what's the scenario?
culture
What are you seeing?
like Tatum and a Tatum injury, or maybe like too many guys, not enough ball. But I don't really see that happening, truthfully, because I feel like Marcus Smart being gone. I mean, he was an emotional leader. One thing maybe we talked about is the defense maybe takes a step back without him. I know Drew Holiday's a really good defender, but Tatum and Brown sometimes can get really fucking lax on defense when they miss a shot and they're like, oh, it's over. And it's just that's the only thing to me. One other than that, I don't see much slowing these guys down.
If anything, I see injuries. I think it's maybe Tatum gets hurt or something, but you can't always bang on injuries. Injuries happen every year. But I think Drew Holiday is gonna be a fucking god savior for this team. I think culture wise. Like I think he's gonna bring something that Marcus Smart never really brought. He's gonna bring just as good as defense as him. He's gonna bring a little bit better playmaking, I feel like. And the culture thing. On nights where they feel like, oh, we should probably sit back, relax, we're gonna beat this team. No. Like, we need to come out, we need to kick this team's ass. We're potential NBA champions here. So let's kick this other team's ass. So overall the way for Boston, I think from Boston, you already know where we got to go. Let's go to the Heat. The Heat are 45.5. Last season, they got 44. Cinderella story was shortly ended by Denver last year. How are you feeling about Miami, Max?
I like them, man. And the regular season wasn't pretty. Sometimes they looked like they were dead. But I think this year's going to be a little bit different. I know they missed out getting Dame. They had a lot of injuries last year. A lot of guys banged up. 45. I'm going to go the over one. Miami's business, man. They're really good. And even if they go under, you still got to be afraid of them in the playoffs because of what Jimmy Butler brings. Bam Adebayo might take a little mini leap if he can still do it. Maybe I like him. The offense is still kind of a work in progress, but you got guys on their team who are good. So I'm going to go the over for the Miami Heat one.
Yeah, the over under is it's at a perfect spot, bro. Vegas knows what they're doing. Cause I kind of
Oh
want to
yeah,
say under, Max, but not with that number. Like I feel like they're gonna flirt with that, and they'll be fine in the playoffs. They're a playoff made team, but in the regular season, it seems like they might not have enough to be like a 50-win team, a 48-win team, and I do think that's a big difference from like 45.
yeah, I agree with you.
They didn't get any superstars, bro. They were in the
They lost
runnings.
guys too.
They lost guys too. Like, who were they in sweepstakes wise? They were in on Dane. They didn't get him. A couple years ago, they were in on who was it?
They
Was it?
wanted they wanted Drew Holiday when he went to Portland.
Yeah.
They were talked about as like a weren't they talked about as like a Harden destination maybe?
Yes, I did
I
hear
don't think he'd
that.
fit in there. I
No,
don't think he'd fit
Heat
in there.
culture will not
Not at
save James
all.
Harden at all.
No, I think South Beach culture would destroy James Harden. And I
Yeah,
definitely think we know where we're heading
honey,
after this team.
honey buns all day for them. But let's go to the 76ers. All right. Their over under is 49.5. Last season, they got 54. Okay, look, you got to count Joel Embiid getting hurt for at least 10 games max. At
Like two
least?
weeks, 3 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Like, that's a given. So you got to
But
take that in account.
there's a big, dumb, fat elephant in the room who doesn't want to play there, hasn't showed up. James Harden tanking his stock, which is awesome. You know what? I really hope the Clippers do get him because he's not going to help them because he's a fucking bum. He's a bum of a human. He's just, there's nothing you can do for this guy. All you can do is support him, and all he'll do is let you down. So, fuck James Harden. I think I've been saying that for a long time. I'm going under. Under. They'll still make the playoffs. They'll still be a good team. But with all this bullshit, it can really derail a team. Not to mention, he is a good player. He is good, and not having him there hurts.
Yeah. One thing, I'm not going to go on the James Harden rant. Max said it best. That's Max's job. He goes on the Harden rants. But let's talk about trades here because it's inevitable that they trade him, right?
Yeah, 100%. Wait,
Okay,
he's just
what's
cancerous.
a realistic the
No,
best trade piece that you can get?
I don't know. You get a decent rotation player. That's it. A couple picks. You're not getting a star back.
Yeah.
The Clippers aren't going to go ahead. We'll give you Paul George for Harden, which I would love for the Sixers. But first of all, what's the market for Harden? Who wants him other than the Clippers? So what's the trade? Like Terrence Mann? They don't want to give Terrence Mann for him. So
Yeah.
I don't really see a trade one. I don't
Yeah,
really see what
that
you're going to get.
no that and the Sixers are not in a place where they need draft picks. They need to win now. They have Joel Embiid. Uh People are scared that he might go to New York, and trading James Harden for a bunch of picks is not the answer. Like, I don't think Tyrese Maxey is there yet to take place of a true number 2 guy. I think he's a great like number 3 guy. But
I think he's like a lightning in the bottle guy, but he
yeah,
can't. I don't see him getting it done in the playoffs.
right.
Just give
Yeah.
him the ball, let him go crazy.
Yeah. So to me, hold on, airplane coming through.
You're good, brother.
To me, I think like Houston will be a good spot for Harden. For Harden, I don't know if that's the best place for Philly to do
Anyone
that.
else?
Yeah, but I think he will fit in well with Houston. I think like he can just shoot his shit. He can, do his offensive thing, and the young guys are gonna fucking be cool with
Hate
it,
him?
whatever. But anywhere else, I don't see it. Like even if the Clippers get him, would the Clippers be actual contenders getting him? If
No.
they're, I don't think so. Like I don't see it. But culture wise for your team, don't trade for Harden. Are you going over? Or are you going under?
I'm going under. More times than not, one, the regular season isn't about defense. It's about, how many buckets can you score? So I like what I've seen from the Brooklyn Nets last year. And I know they've like redone their team with the trade of Kyrie, KD, even Harden to that degree. But they got Dinwiddie, who's a nice guy who can get you some buckets. Claxton's not bad. I like this team one. I really like it. I don't really know, like obviously they're not a contender, but they can be fun and spunky and stuff, don't you think?
Yeah, most definitely. I think they can. I really like Mikal Bridges though. I think this kid can take a step up. Last year, he had some cool fucking moments in Brooklyn. Uh, I got a bee right next to me. Oh my
Slap
goodness.
that bitch. Slap him. Kill him.
Oh my goodness.
You
I
like
almost.
jazz?
I swear to God, I'm terrified inside, bro. I do not want to get stung by a bee right now. Anyway,
Pussy.
I like Bridges, but like you said, they're middling. The East is so dominant as far as the Celtics, Sixers, and Bucks go. I think those three teams are clearly in another tier, and it's gonna be hard if you're a team like the Nets to get past those teams, you know.
Mhm.
But them coming off of the KD and Kyrie situation, that's the best way to pivot.
And they're a team that people could really like if they really wanted to blow this shit up one, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, they could really blow it up and be stacked for the future. Like I'm sure there's a lot of teams lining up one for Mikal Bridges, Dorian Finney-Smith, Cam Johnson. They got a lot of guys, dude. I would love to go to Cleveland one because I think they're very interesting when it comes to terms of dude, their over under is 50 and a half. That's a lot of wins. And I know they went 51 last year, so they barely got it. Yeah. So what if you were going to give me the case for the over? What is it? So essentially, it's another year of Garland and Mitchell. Jared Allen's still good. They have this Swiss Army knife in Evan Mobley, which I really think could be like a superstar in the NBA. Maybe not a superstar one. How does he blossom into that when he's the fourth option or third option? And he's quietly been really good in the NBA. Quietly, like he's the kind of guy like he's like a shorter Victor Wemby. Like he's got a lot of guard skills, can pass, can run, can shoot, really long, athletic, block shots.
Yeah.
But what's holding them back from really being a contender or hitting this win total one?
Honestly, bro, it's Mobley shooting. He's been good in other aspects, on the defensive end and all that stuff, but he can't shoot a fucking lick. Another plane coming. Jesus Christ, bro. So many.
What do you live in an airport asshole?
Yeah, there's an airport a couple miles down, but I swear I'll be out here. I don't hear that many airplanes. Whatever.
So he shot 22% from three last year, which is again, he's really a center in my
Yeah,
mind, one.
yeah.
And he's only 22. This is going to be his third year in the NBA. He averaged 16, 9, and 3 assists last year with 1.5 blocks. It's really good, dude.
This is the
So is it like we try to get him to be Jaren Jackson? Is that what your like goal is?
yeah.
Like
I mean that's
shoots
it.
threes, defends,
Yeah,
lockdown.
that's a legit goal. But as far as what I've seen from shooting, I don't like it. I feel like he's on his way to being like a borderline, like Robert Williams type player. Like if he keeps on shooting like that.
I mean, I just don't think the 3 point range is there. I don't, the shooting stroke's not bad to me. Like, you really think it's just like that? And
I think so.
I'm always the type of guy. I look at free throw percentage a lot.
Yeah.
Shot 70% from free throw. That's not bad.
It's not bad.
I,
That's what I'm saying. Like coming out as a prospect, I didn't think he was gonna be this like bad of a shooter. That's how I feel like on some nights. But to kind of stay on the Cavs thing, I think one thing you got to consider this year, this is the year that they have to prove to Donovan Mitchell on why he should stay. He's 1 year from leaving, don't you think? Like this is kind
Yeah,
of a
100%.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
like an audition for the Cleveland Cavs to be like, hey, stay with us.
You're right, one. Last year, I think was a good step for them, 51 and 31. But I'm sure Donovan Mitchell's tired of getting eliminated in the first round. So, and they kind of got whooped in the first round by the Knicks.
Yeah.
Do you think? Do you like? So I'm going to be point blank. Are you going over or under? Because I'm going to go under one. I think 50 and a half is a lot of games for them, and I think it's going to be a step back a little bit.
Yeah, that's a lot of games. I'm gonna go, man, 51. I feel like they hit 50 at best, right there at that mark. So I'm gonna go
Yeah,
under.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. Okay.
Some of these
So is that
lines,
the?
some of these lines, Max, I was saying in the beginning of the pod, I think they're more on the West, but on the East, they're pretty fucking good. They're on like,
I agree.
yeah, they're on that fucking tip right there. So we both went under on Cavs. Let's go. Oh, let's
I
go
think
to
we
the
should go to the
Bulls.
Knicks. Oh, you want to go to the Bulls?
Yeah,
Go for
let's
it.
go
Let's
Bulls.
go.
I want to rant about the Bulls, man, because the Bulls are kind of
Why?
fucked. Don't you think? Don't you think they're
Oh
kind of
yeah.
fucked?
I mean, I'm definitely going under for them. Like
Yeah,
blow it up this year.
yeah. And my whole thing is like Lonzo. You want? Did you see that video this offseason about him getting in and out of the chair to
Yeah, I
Stephen A?
did. I mean, his health problems have been every year of his career. First year with the Lakers, ankle. Second year was another ankle thing. Then leg with New Orleans. Now knees. It's just not good. It's just not good. As one's on the run from the feds right now, guys. If you can hear that.
They
No,
can't hear
I don't
that.
really see. I don't really see how you can really think like they're going to be good. And people are going to talk about Zach Levine. He gets hurt too. So one, I would unless they can get DeMar DeRozan's daughter at every fucking game to make everyone miss free throws. They're going under in my book. I'm going under right now.
Yeah, we're agreeing on a lot of these. I'm gonna go under. I don't like the Bulls. They were they missed their window. Their window was when you remember when the Bulls were really good in the first part of the season and they beat like the
Hmm.
Boston Celtics 1 week and then the Nets. Like they were on a fucking roll, dude. Caruso winded up getting hurt. Lonzo got hurt. Uh, what's his name? The rookie Patrick Williams got hurt. I just feel like after that, dude, they have never been the same. Absolutely never the same.
No, I agree with you 100%. Yeah, I think they missed it one. I think they missed it 100%.
And I don't know if I'm wrong, but their draft picks are not good, right? They don't have any because of Vucevic trading for
Yeah, they
him.
don't have many. Yeah, they
Yeah.
have a lot of swaps and shit. So it's going to be a tough year for Chicago in my book. But
Yeah.
I think it's going to be time to restart after this year. Like, we're going to have to reset. We have to find somebody, tank a couple years.
Yeah.
Do you remember the last time so like 2 years ago they made the playoffs and we were all gung ho on them. We were like over it and then they tanked. I'm following the same recipe one. I'm gonna go under right away because I just don't think it's gonna. I think like that 1 year scared me where it was like, oh, they're really good in the regular season. Then they just went through a huge regression. So I'm going with the regression. You better go. You better go shut that dog up, one. You better go show him up, dog.
Hey man,
Dog the dog right now.
Amazon man almost got fucking attacked right now, bro. That's my
Amazon man.
yeah. Amazon man's getting attacked, bro. I wish I can have flexible camera and show you guys my girlfriend's dog. His name is Barkley. All right, not named after Charles Barkley or Saquon Barkley, sadly, but my man's is over here trying to attack the
What's he
Amazon dog.
named after?
I don't know what he's named after, honestly. I think I forgot what he's named after. I gotta ask her again. But I
Could it
I
be a
love
boyfriend?
I love to call him Saquon because he always reminds me of Saquon Barkley. But all right, back on the Knicks, okay. Uh, I do think they're gonna be a playoff team. Don't you think? They have too much talent not to be.
I think they will, but again, I think it's going to be like a tough year. Like it's not going to be like, oh, how about those funky Knicks? Like I think it's going to be a little still struggleville.
To me, they still got a trade in their pocket.
They
They
do.
do. Yeah, RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett's a good little trade piece to have, and you could get some real good like equity from him. And
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to say that they're contenders for getting a Zion?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't touch
No.
that guy with a 10-foot pole. But I mean, they could. They definitely could. They definitely have the pieces. And the one thing that like scares me about like a regression or like maybe they're good is because they have Jalen Brunson. Like in that one year, it was kind of magic
Yeah.
where like guys were just like playing out of their mind. But hey, they have quickly. They got RJ. They got a couple other guys. The defender they have, I can't think of his name right now. The young guy, Grimes. They have some pieces to trade, like you said. And Obi Toppin too. He's not bad. He's like as average as they come. He's a solid guy. So I'm with you on that. They have talent and they can be a playoff contender. But what do you think? I went under. Are you going to go under as well?
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the under. I feel bad because I feel like we're going under on a lot of these fucking teams, and they're probably gonna go over. But I mentioned the Sixers earlier with Embiid. I think they can be an Embiid sweepstakes kind of team.
Yeah,
I I,
maybe.
I would love Embiid in New York. I feel like if you can survive Philly fans, you can survive anything. I think
And
Max knows that being
he's
an
like
Eagle fan.
beloved by the Philly fans
Yeah,
too. He's not even.
absolutely. And you would think a guy like him will probably be shitted on, because the amount of times he's hurt, unavailable, but they love him out there in Philly. I don't know if he loves, the organization as much as the city, because I think a team like the Knicks, they're just waiting for that big star player, kind of like the Heat, and they've just missed out every single year. They've
They
got
did.
out
They did.
they got outbid by the Nets somehow with Kyrie and KD. They wound up going to Brooklyn instead. And it's like when are we gonna see the Knicks with a big time superstar? And they were fun last year. Like Jalen Brunson, like he's fun as fuck to watch. But you kind of seen in the Olympics where he's your go to guy. It's not always gonna be
Yeah.
consistent.
Well, they have stars. They don't have superstars. One. And I totally forgot they traded Obi Toppin. I just looked at because I was looking at the Pacers right now, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot they have Obi Toppin. But I think they can be good, but I just don't think it'll be 46 games good. I think that 44, like they're a gritty team. One, they don't just win because they're so much better. Like they have to out execute. You know what I mean? They don't just walk on the court and you're like they're better. They'll win.
That and Tom Thibodeau fucking kills them with minutes.
Oh
Drags
yeah,
those
yeah.
motherfuckers on the floor. Hey, this is
Hell
a
yeah,
fun
brother.
team. Let's
Tom
go
Thibodeau.
Orlando.
They're fun.
They're fun. I think they're gonna be fun.
37 and a half. Oh my
37
goodness.
and a half. I'm going over. I don't know about you,
I'm
but that
going so fucking hard under.
no fucking way. Do you really feel like the
Yeah.
Magic like that? Tell me why.
Yeah,
I
I
would love to hear
do.
it.
Because I mean, one, so you're banking on Pablo Banchero taking a leap, right? No problem. I get it. He's really good. But trade Italy for America. I love it. Stick with the red, white, and blue, not the red, green, and white. No, I'm kidding. What makes you think they're just going to start doing good? Like, what is it? Like, geez, I heard that one. But like, what is it? One like, what makes you like, oh
I
wow, for sure?
you know
Because they went
what?
34 and 48 last year. Like, what is it?
I like Wendell. I like Wendell Carter. I like
Wendell.
yeah, Wendell. I like Wendell. I think he kind of shut me up last year. I always thought he was like a kind of just average center, but I think he's pretty good. Wagner. I love Wagner. I love Pablo Bencaro as the fucking other plane goes around. These motherfuckers are just like fuck the podcast. Anyway, uh, I really like this Magic team though. I think not to the point where they're like into the Bucks conversation or Boston. I just think they're gonna be sneaky. You know who they remind me of? They remind me of OKC. Like probably like like a year and a half ago. You know, I
You
really do.
know,
What's up?
so you know who they have coming back? Jonathan Isaac. I don't know if that does anything for
Yeah,
you.
that's your
Remember
boy.
we
You were
that
high
is
on
my boy.
Isaac.
I just dude, he's been hurt for so long, brother. I was like giving up hopes on him.
But I like the Magic. I'm gonna go over. I think they can sneak into the play-in game, and that can get them. I mean, the play-in game, you don't need much. What'd you say that the
Can
Hawks
I?
had last year, or the Heat?
Oh yeah, like 43 or something. Can I change the over? You kind of sold me. Can I do it or no?
No, fuck you. You never
All
let me.
right.
You never. You didn't switch my pick 'em, so that's revenge. Okay, that's revenge right there. You can't switch. I know you looking at the Magic's roster and you're like, they're
Yeah,
pretty.
yeah. I
They're
saw.
pretty
I was like,
decent.
I don't like that. I like that. All right, all right.
Okay, let's go
Let's
to
go
a
to
team that
Charlotte.
I feel like you're gonna like. Let's go to the Pacers. Uh,
Oh, I thought we were
yeah.
gonna go to Charlotte. I'm down. Let's
No,
do it.
Charlotte, shit. We can do them last. What do you think about the Pacers, Max? Because I feel like you're gonna
I'm going
like them.
over. I like him. I like Matherin. You know, I love Halliburton. They actually got Obi Toppin now. Is Miles Turner still there? Is he still on that team? Did he get traded? Where's he at now? I can't remember where the fuck he's at. Oh, he's on the Clippers, right? No, he's still in Indiana.
Is he still in Indiana?
He's still in it. They can't get rid of him, man. He's
Oh
like a
my
fucking
goodness.
plague.
Oh my
So
god.
no, I like him. I mean, he's a good veteran to have. Look, they have a superstar in Tyrese Halliburton. They're gonna be good, and I think they can sneak into the playoffs. Like everything you said about Indiana, I'm sorry, Orlando. I think about Indiana,
No,
but the
I feel
difference is they have a legit superstar.
yeah, I feel the same with Indiana. I like Tyrese Halliburton. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the league. The fact that they got him from Sacramento, and I know Sacramento is like probably well off without him. You know, they proved that last year. They're a pretty good team, but Halliburton's a superstar, man. I think he can be one of these up and coming players that makes an All NBA team caliber guy. Did he make an All NBA team last year?
I
Kind
don't
of
think he
curious.
did. I can check real quick, but I don't think he did.
But I think they're gonna be good, man. I think a lot of these teams, like like Orlando, the Pacers, these are all fun ass teams. Maybe like the teams that I see that are gonna be bad, like next year. Well, how are
Hmm.
you feeling about the Raptors? Like, are the
Oh,
rap?
under for sure.
Yeah,
Under
like
for
I
sure.
feel like
I don't.
yeah.
I mean, would they get Grady Dick and everyone's like, yeah, he'll fix it? And look,
Oh,
truthfully, when are we going to start talking about Scotty Barnes? It's just like he's going to be good, never great, you know?
that's
And I like the
facts.
guy. OG Anunoby, he's going to be traded, I'm guessing, because he always wants more and more and more, but he's not that great. So I don't really like, I don't see what's the fuss about with the Raptors? That's what I don't understand. Like, what are people seeing that I'm not? Like, granted,
It's
and this is like,
it's
go
their
ahead, like
GM.
Schroeder.
It's their GM. What's his name? Saji. What's his name?
Oh, Masai Ujiri. So look, it's Schroeder, OG, Scotty, Pascal, Jakob Pertl, Boucher, who love Boucher. I just don't get it. I just don't get like that's not 37 wins. That's like bottom of the NBA to me. Like
Yeah,
yeah, Scotty Barnes can put up numbers, but I just don't see it, man.
yeah.
Don't see it.
I don't see it either. I'm going under. They had 41 last year. I don't think they even touched that this year. I think they're like a 34, 32 type win team. Scotty Barnes, man. I think they're making him something that he's not. They're trying to make him some like this scorer type dude. I don't think he's that. I think he's a
No,
lower
I think
graded like
he's like
OG.
yeah, I feel like he's like if he was on their championship team, he'd be like a better version of Pascal almost. Like he's a jack of all trades, can score, can defend, can pass, can rebound. He's just like a do it all guy, but he's not like a I don't think he's like you give the ball to him like 50 times a game and say get out of his way. I just don't see it.
No, 100%. I'm not feeling the Raptors this year. Drake's gonna be pretty mad, but he's probably gonna bandwagon, man. I'm going under. Max is going under. You want to talk about the Wizards? Talking about
Oh,
unders
I'm
and
going over
shit.
so fucking hard. I think they're going to be 24 and a half to me is ridiculously low for the Wizards.
35 last
Ridiculously
year.
low.
35 last year.
Yeah.
They got Jordan Poole. They got who's the duo?
Kuz,
Poole. Yeah, Kuz and Poole, the most dynamic like girl smashing duo. Who knows who they're probably gonna be dating the same chick with those two guys. All the baddies are gonna be in the court side wanting those two guys. That's going to be
Yeah,
all the
and
talk.
people are gonna be like, "You see, the Raptors have better players." Yes, they do. But I just don't think. I think 24 wins is ridiculously low in today's NBA, and especially when you got guys who can score. Like you have Kuz who can go off. They have Gallinari, solid. They got Gafford. I like him. So I think they can get 25. That's it. At 25, 26. Like it's not going to be the greatest year for the Wizards, but they could be sneaky, like decent, like into 30 wins. I know that's bad, but they're not going to be like a dumpster fire.
They're going to be a bad
No,
team.
absolutely. They're still going to
It's just so
suck.
low. It's just the over under number.
Yeah,
It's just like it's way too low.
100%.
Yeah. But over on the Wiz, who's their starting five? Do you know their starting five besides Poole and Kuz? I'm a fucking basketball casual
They
at
have
this
Tyus
point.
Jones. They have Advia, Kuz, Poole, and Gafford. So I think they'll get it done.
I like Tyus Jones.
I like them too.
Yeah.
So we got two teams left. One, we can go quick on them. The Hornets and the Pistons. Where do you
Hornets
want to
and the
go?
Pistons. Okay,
We'll do
let's
the
go.
Hornets last because fuck them.
Yes, let's go Hornets last. So let's go to the Pistons. Pistons over under is 27.5 wins. Last year they had 17. It was a nightmare season. Okay. Bogdan. Who's the one? Bogan?
Bogan.
Bogan was in Detroit last year putting up numbers. Of course.
He'll still put up numbers.
Yeah. What Cunningham? I'm blanking
Cade
out.
Cunningham
Cade
is back
Cunningham.
after he missed all of last year. They still have Jaden Ivey. They got that guy, one of the Thompson twins. They got Jalen Duren. I like this team. They got Wiseman. God, Wiseman, I loved you. I loved you, sir. And all you did was hurt me. So
Safe.
I'm going over.
Yeah.
I think it's too low. They have a lot of talent. Not a lot, but they got some young guys who are intriguing. Now, granted, this is a team they start off like 8-6 or like 8-10, and then they lose like two in a row. And then it like gets into 12 because they don't really have anybody who's a veteran.
I think we're both on the same page of saying that the last time we have seen Cade Cunningham healthy, we believe that he can bring this team easily to 25 wins. Like,
Yeah.
if they're shit. But does the injury scare you at all? Like, to the point
No,
where, like,
I
this
don't.
might be disaster.
No, I don't think so. No, he looks healthy. He looks good. I like Cade Cunningham. I'm not gonna punt on
I
him
like
just because he had
K2.
1 year of injuries.
I like K2. I'm just scared that the Pistons have terrible luck. They've been shit for so many years. And maybe an injury like that with Cade Cunningham, it's lingering. I haven't watched the Pistons at all in the preseason, so I haven't really, seen how he
They have
looked.
Monty Williams too, who I think is a hell of a good coach.
Yeah.
And I think he'll be good for them.
Maybe a little comeback season for him, for the Suns dropping him. But,
Yeah.
man, James Wiseman, what a fucking fail, bro, by both of our parts.
Oh,
'Cause I
God.
liked Wiseman, too.
100%. Yeah, 100. I think it just he never really got a chance. It's crazy. We say it one, and he could still be like a star one day because in the NBA he never got a chance in Golden State. You know how many times guys were punting on like Ola? How many times? Like I feel like Oladipo made it so like anybody can really hit their peak later in their career because so many times we were like Oladipo, what a disappointment, right? And then he just turned into a fucking stud one year.
Safe to say we will not be making an MJC original on James Wiseman.
Might have to revisit that one.
Yeah, that, and I've been wanting to make T-shirts out of our MJC original guys. Safe to say he's not gonna make a T-shirt, dog. Sorry.
No.
All right, let's go to the last team in the East. Okay, the Charlotte Hornets, 31.5 wins is their over/under. Last season they got 27. Of course, LaMelo Ball. Got rid of James Borrego. What do you think about the Charlotte Hornets?
I just don't see this team being good. I mean, the over-under is intriguing because it's pretty low, and I want to go over. You know what? I will go over. Brandon Miller's in the building. They got LaMelo. Hopefully, he can stay healthy. I mean, Gordon Hayward, pencil him in for a month or two. He's going to be off. The weird shit with Kai Jones just makes no sense to me. You know what? When I will say this, I don't really know much about the Miles Bridges situation. I know they was accused of him having domestic violence, and if he did, fuck that guy. What an asshole. But strictly speaking, from a basketball perspective, If he gets on the court, he'll help them win games. He's fucking good at basketball.
100%. And the fact that they still have him, they're lucky. LaMelo Ball, though, I feel like we're turning towards like him wasting away his talent in Charlotte, because I think we're all in agreement. We do like LaMelo Ball's game, but for what the Charlotte Hornets are asking from him, I don't think he's that guy. What do you think?
Well, I just don't know the team around him too. One like honestly, here's my thing. One, if you took Lamelo Ball and switched him with De'Aaron Fox, do they still like do as good as do the Kings still do as good? Like, I just don't get his like I get his brand of basketball where he's like this fun distributor, but he is like the worst defensive player I've ever seen, and it's just like I don't know if he's a winning player. If that makes sense, one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's what I'm saying. Like the way that they're trying to make him as, I don't think he's that guy. He's really good. Like I feel like him on a winning culture team. Like I would love to see LaMelo Ball as a Heat. Like make his ass play defense. I think they'll utilize him as best as they could on offense. Like he needs to go to a place like that. But Charlotte is just not that place, bro. And I feel like with him, you don't want that like losing culture to rub off on him so much that it affects his career. And you look back at LaMelo Ball at the end of the day and you're like, just not a winner, loser. You know what I mean? I think with a change of scenery, a change of culture, he can be something very, very special. That's what I believe. Because his talent is fucking great, dude. The way that he can get to the basket, like so sneakily, and the fact that he's not like the most athletic guy on the court, I think it's great. Plus, like the whole size thing put into account, as big as he is as a point guard.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
he's huge.
yeah, like I love watching LaMelo Ball's game, but on the Charlotte Hornets, just not the deal. So what are we going? We going over or are we going under for you?
Well, I'm gonna go over. Don't love
Man,
it.
I don't love it
It's just
either.
it's a low win total, man. It's just low.
I'm gonna go under. I went under on a lot of these. I want to know the final tally on how many teams I went
One,
under.
two, three, four, five, six, seven. I mean, under on half of
Okay,
them.
yeah,
That's not bad.
that's not bad.
I
So
think I went under on one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. That's pretty balanced. That's not awful.
yeah, it's not bad. I was thinking I went under on a lot of teams, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
I felt like that too. I was like, fuck, did I just go under on like 15 teams?
I'm going. Did you get me for under for the Charlotte Hornets?
Yep, we're good. The
Okay.
East is done.
Okay, East is done. Okay, let's name our playoff teams, and then we'll move on to the West. We'll start another podcast and all that. So
Hold
I'm
on.
gonna,
We're just gonna do top eight seeds.
yeah,
Fuck the
top eight
playing
seeds.
shit. That's
Top eight.
garbage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Top
Okay.
eight seeds. Okay,
Go ahead,
no
one.
particular order, or do you want to go
Go
order?
ahead. No, 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 no. No order is fine.
Okay, Milwaukee Bucks. Okay,
Okay.
lock them in. I'm gonna go Celtics, Heat, Knicks. I got four more to go. 76ers, Cavs. How many more do I got?
I think you get three. Two.
Okay, I'm gonna go Orlando Magic
Ugh.
and the Indiana Pacers.
Okay.
Those are my
Okay.
playoff teams.
I'm gonna go the Atlanta Hawks, the Boston Celtics, the Brooklyn Nets, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Indiana Pacers, Miami Heat, Milwaukee Bucks, Philadelphia 76ers.
I like it.
It's my eight.
I like it.
The
All
Knicks are
right.
gonna be the ninth seed.
All right. I think that's gonna do it. Any last thoughts on the East in general, Max?
No, let's just go to the West Side. Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's go to the West. Let's start a new podcast. We appreciate you guys joining us. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I got airplanes flying over me. I know it's loud. I know it's a different setup. But things happen, man. Friday morning, me and Max are getting this out to you guys. I like to appreciate Brick House for my cigar. That's the cigar that I'm smoking, if you guys are wondering. It already went out on me. I got to relight it before we start the West podcast. But we'll see you guys next time. All right? Peace.